Hi Pisces, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have a cool reading, Pisces, and I hope you guys are all well. And we start over here with the Ace of Arrows. This is the same thing as the Ace of Swords, and this is the breath of life. And so we see this is a divination kind of a image here that is carved out of this grass, and we see the arrow shooting up into the sky. I feel like you are like leaving something behind in your life. It's still bothering you a little bit, but you're stepping into your flow here. We have walk without feet and the flow. And this flow card, it talks about being in your divine energy. And this is like trusting source energy, knowing that you are a spiritual being. Like, don't fight it, accept it, that you have psychic and intuitive powers, and that we all do, but accept it because it will make your path much easier to walk, right? So, like with meditation, for example, there is so much more like bravery, confidence, you feel more centered. And this is, and that helps you realize that there are many more possibilities. Because once you trust in it, you're like, wow, there's this, I'm not just a physical person, but I am a spiritual person having a physical experience. And this is basically a famous saying, right? And so here's the man, and he's like at the side of the river, and he's kind of pulling this one branch here. But this talks about once you are in the flow, the great Tao will flow in every direction. 10,000 beings owe their life to it, and it does not refuse them. It clothes and nourishes all beings without considering itself a master. Excuse me, you guys. So, this says you don't need to struggle, but you have to be connected to divine source energy. It's easy to do, but but people, you have to do it. Like it takes meditation. And if you don't want to meditate, that's okay. But it's definitely an energy where you have to be open and receptive to some type of change. And this helps you, basically conquer your future, and like there's no more doubts for the future, right? Even though something might have happened in the past to all of us, right? But in this reading, something bothered you in the past, and I have your cards, and I'm starting here with the past is to the right. This is because of another, this is just how I've set down the cards, and meditated on the cards as well. So the past is here, and it is also, it's at the top horizontally, and it's at the right over here, going vertically or up and down rather in a column, right? So here's the past, and we have the Chariot, the Fool, and the Three of Swords. So something bothered you here, but something bothered you, and you're taking control of your life over it. We have the Three of Swords in the middle, so it looks like there was some type of pain or heartbreak. This could have been about third-party energy if this is love, right? Definitely could have been. And I feel like you had to kind of gather your courage here. I feel like you've done that, right? Over here in the past, here you are at the bottom here, Pisces, the Queen of Cups here, and then here you are as the Hanged Man. But I feel like you felt kind of in limbo here. You felt kind of suspended, like immobilized, just maybe for just a time. And now you're like, oh, like kind of screw that, right? Here is the present energy here. It's also in the middle. So you're in transition here. You could be moving toward a wish you want, or you are moving away from a wish that bothered you. It's either one, but whatever it is, there's learning here, and there's courage, where in the past it was harder to do this. Somebody bothered you in this reading. This is clear here. Yeah, it is somebody from your past, because here's the Six of Cups, right? And this is here the future. I feel like for some of you, you wanted a future with somebody, and it just kind of didn't it didn't pan out in your way. And for others, you're moving toward the future, uh, like you're taking control of your life. You're saying you could be saying or feeling, well, this was really difficult, but I have to step into my power because I'm the only one who will like protect my future or create my future. Like you're the one. You're very wise in this reading. Yeah, I feel like you are. So we have this card, walk without feet, and we see these two people, they're happy and they're flying. So this is what they mean by walk without feet. Let's look at that briefly. Walk without feet, fly without wings, think without your mind. This is a Zen saying. Life is so mysterious you cannot define it. It is not possible. It would be unjust and incorrect. A mystery must remain as such. All definitions are the fruit of past experiences. Yes, they are. Stop being anchored to the past. The larger it is, the greater the weight oppressing you will be. The more you are oppressed, the more incapable you are of living in the present. Yeah, this is what I'm saying here. So you look like maybe you were holding on to memories and you go, wow, I'm wasting my time for some. Like this isn't like helping me at all in the future. So now you're stepping into the flow. You realize here that once you trust yourself and you step into your confidence, that things will become easier. That's what the flow card talks about. It talks about, having all directions and things being possible and open to you. But do not fight the flow. And it's possible that there was something you were trying to hold on to the past, but it was basically fighting the flow, right? The flow, the river flows, in essence, if you look at the way the river flows, it flows forward, right? It either comes to you and flows down to you, or if it is flowing away, it is still flowing forward in another direction. Yeah, for me, that's kind of a trip, right? We also have the first house, and this is your own, this is about you, yourself, right? This is Aries energy. The first house is about, it is about yourself, which is, Aries here. It's like your ego, but how you identify in yourself, basically, in life, and how you approach life. So, this is great here because this is assertive energy. Aries is ruled by Mars, and this is like taking control of your life, right? Yeah, because this is being assertive, stepping into your power. Aries people, they are often like, they start companies, they can be trendsetters, but they start things. That's what they do because they are the first card, based on the first house, right? In the zodiac, and also based on in astrology, and based on the cardinal sign. Yeah, this is the first house in the zodiac, the first sign, the first house, etc. And here we have cardinal to back that up. And cardinal energy here, and this man's like lighting a match here, instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. And that's what you're doing. You're being brave here, and you're setting out like for your own trend. Like I'll be, I'll create my own life here. A pioneering spirit. You're being a pioneer, Pisces. Those pioneer women that had to deal with, other cowboys coming to, steal their chuck wagon. Yeah, yes, they did, and they had to deal with, they were fighting with the natives, and just things like that. Back in the days of the Westerns, right? But some of these women were pioneering, right? Yeah, they had to be. They're like, I got to take care of these kids here, and my husband needs help, definitely. And so we also have the third house. So the third house is Gemini. We see the two little birds chatting with each other, tweeting or chirping, right? They're talking. And this can talk about your childhood sometimes, what you have learned in the past. There's something here, I believe, from your past that it could have possibly made you kind of hold on, or kind of like encouraged you to hold on to something that's maybe not good for you, right? And it was talking about that walk without feet. We've all done that one time or another, yeah. And so, but you could be learning, maybe you're learning something. The third house is, this is Gemini energy, right? And this is interesting because this could be whatever your third house is too, like individually, right? These are general readings. I don't know what your chart is, everybody out there. You just because the first house is Aries, this third house is Gemini, but it doesn't mean that your first house, which is based on how you identify yourself, is actually in Aries, right? So this is what I mean. There could be more meaning to this reading according to your own chart, right? Yeah, this is interesting. But the third house is a very cerebral. This is about how we communicate, the things we like to read about, possibly the jobs we take. Uh, sometimes our style of communication. It has everything to do with the swords energy, right? Gemini is the king of swords, basically. And so this, the rational mind and communication. I feel like you have learned from this whole situation and now you are stepping out to create your own future here. Yeah, there's something in this reading that was really kind of bothering you here. You could also be saying, Pisces, that, you know what? You could be kind of, something could have bothered you in the past, but now you're stepping out. It's actually looks like it's kind of empowering you here because of the learning here, right? Sometimes suffering is learning. In fact, this is how most of us learn, right? We do through a little bit of just hard times sometimes. Even kids, I mean, they don't just learn by you giving them money. They learn by earning it. They don't understand the value of money if you give it to them all the time. They're going to think life is full of gifts, right? Yeah, it's a big present every day I wake up when, Auntie's going to give me this and grandma and all this stuff. But you've learned here, definitely. And now I feel like you're bringing that into the future to create a future for yourself. Yeah, this is with the Ace of Swords starting first, and now you have, how you are asserting yourself, and you're stepping into your bravery, Pisces. This is a beautiful reading, right? I also feel like some of you are stepping into your, like really trusting your intuition here, as everybody should, but Pisces are good at that. They are. And you're in transition right now, and here's the Six of Swords sitting here, like you're rowing away and you're looking toward your future here, Pisces. That's what the man does here. He looks toward his future. And I feel like you are realizing here that life, sometimes you can't always return to the past, that you have to keep going with the flow of life. The mystery is in the future, right? All the opportunities lie in the future. There's no opportunities in the past. Unless somebody returns to you from the past, that's different. But what I mean is that everything is, all the new opportunities are in the future. Yeah, they are. And we see here, in the future, we have the Chariot and we have the Nine of Cups. So, you're stepping into your power to get your own wish here, Pisces. To get your own, whatever that is, whatever you are pioneering, all right? Yeah, don't wear any of those old pioneer dresses from the 1700s, all right, Pisces? Yeah. Okay, promise? We're going to end this reading. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me here.